Hey everyone. Well, it's a new year. We're going to go out and I'm going to set up some hives to get ready for my bees. The bees are actually coming next week, and I'm going to kind of do some rearranging. So I'm going to take you along so you can kind of see what I do for setting up my hives. As I've said in the past, this is how I do beekeeping. It's not saying that this is a golden rule, but this is, how I think that a lot of beekeepers have done it that I have talked to. Uh, so myself and my assistant, Cole, my puppy, I really not a puppy, are going to go down to a piece of our property, and we are going to set up two hives. Actually, there's going to be hives. There's going to be five hives at this location. So come along with me, and we will. You can see how I set up my beehives. See you soon. All right, everyone. So we're out to the property here, and see if I can get a shot of what we got going on here. You've seen this before. See if I can do it over my shoulder here. So what we got here is three hives out here currently. You can see they're still winterized. These are all dead outs, unfortunately. We had Minnesota had weird temperatures this year, where we had it warm, cold, and the bees just could never get into the in or out of the cluster, and unfortunately losing those hives and everything. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set up two new hives down here and get ready for the bees, which are going to be here next week and everything. So let's get this set up. All right, so like I was saying, this is the setup currently. The hives are still winterized, and we'll see if I can get some shots from the inside those hives as I'm cleaning them out. But over here on the end here, you can see there's three blocks there. I'm going to actually put a hive there, and there'll be one right next to it. So we'll do a little shifting around here, and let's see what we can get going here. All right, so after a little work here, what you want to really do for what I do with my hives is I try to get them as level as possible. So if we take a look at this level, which is a little handy tool, because we have, we kind of have it slightly tilted so that you have the forward a little bit. As you can see, there's the bubble. I actually make them lean a little farther to the front, not get them completely flat. The reason being for that is for a rain or condensation, it actually helps to get that water out of there. So what we're going to do here now is we are going to set up one more hive here. This is going to be getting into, we're going to actually I only got two cinder blocks, so I brought along some 4x4s. Elevating them off the ground is a big thing because fortunately we got little critters in the world that like to get into bee boxes, like skunks and raccoons. So let's get this other one set up here, and we'll see how she goes. All right, let's see if we decide to get level off here. All right, so I put the bottom board on, and let's take a look here. Slightly tilted forward so the water does come in. All right, let's go grab this box and get there, put her on there. All right, so we got that box put on there. I actually ended up finding I had another cinder block actually sitting on top of another one there. Key thing we want to have is make sure that we got, you know, so it's not going to tilt on you when you get some weight in the front. And that, let's take a look, see how we got it for level. All right, so we're leaning towards the front. All right, so now if we take a look at what we've got here now, we've got a 5 hive setup. I'm going to have to trim some of that branch over the head here a little bit, so we don't have that bothering the bees. So let's get into these other hives and get them ready for bees. All right, so sorry, I actually kind of jumped into some of these hives. I've been cleaning it up. I got one hive left, so let's get this one here back together, and then we will get you into kind of explaining what we do for the winter, even though it's not winter, to kind of explain what we have here. So let me get the camera set up here, and we'll take you into this other hive. All right, so what you're seeing here is, hopefully the sun is not too bright on you. Here is the last of the hives that I've got that it was a dead out. So what you're seeing here is what they call bee cozy. It's just basically a plastic bag with insulation in it, and the other components, of course, I've got a strap that straps it down for the winter. Pop that off, and what you're going to see in here, of course, your cover, and then you've got a moisture board, which is usually like a siding piece. So we'll set that to the side because we don't need that. And of course, your inner cover. And then what I have is we're feeding the bees sugar during the winter. So I'm going to get rid of this sugar. I'm going to sit over the side. The bees will come when we get the bees here. They will go and eat it. All right, and here you can kind of see what that candy board, someone calls it winter patty, we sit on. It's just a board with a screen on it, with a hole on the end so the bees can get out. See that? And we don't need that anymore. Put that trash in there. Grab my hive tool, set the hand up there, pull up the bee cozy, kind of examine it to see how much it got eaten up by mice, because unfortunately mice like to get into them too. Throw that over there, and we're going to get rid of my straps. Put that over there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through this hive. I can already see where the bees are, where they perished, and everything here. All right, there's up this hive frame. What I'm also doing here is I am also cleaning up the frames while I'm out here, taking off that bottom edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through this hive real quick. You can see here we have honey, some nectar in here. So what we're doing is we're just going to clean up the hive, get rid of all the dead bees in here. And of course, like I said, get rid of the excess wax and that stuff on the bottom. It's always the best time to go in and clean up your hives at this time. go. We got a little brew. This is drone queen cell right there. I can see this is the frame where they perished. Fortunately, you can see it was a very small colony and they weren't able to survive. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice me doing is I'm brushing the bees and taking them away from the site. That is because the dead bees are actually going to be a lot of nitrogen, and of course that grows weeds. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the bees away so we don't have that here making the weeds around the hives grow. So I'm just taking these edges off, smoothing it up, and I'm actually keeping the wax. I'll melt that down and I can make different things out of that. So there, once again, you can see small grouping. I'll bring that up there. You can kind of see where they perished right down there. So the colony was really small, which surprises me because this was a fairly strong hive going into the winter. So I was very surprised when I found this hive dead. So, and it could have been just that, you know, it was strong and then the queen just wasn't laying. And, you know, for that winter bee to get them through. Now, if this was a large cluster on the top, I'd say, okay, it was, you know, probably like a varroa mite or something like that. But this, what I'm seeing here from my investigation, from actually all three of the ones I lost here, population, very small. Here you can see we have honey and all kinds of open comb. So keep going through here, get this. I don't have anything left. That's a heavier frame, a lot more honey. Honey on that side. And this one here, lots of honey there. Lots of honey. So my guessation is that it was just a population. Not enough bees in here to support and get them through the winter. So, so we'll just get it ready for some more bees. We'll pick them up here, like I said, next week. Next Friday we'll be coming out and hiving these. Hopefully I'll have enough light that I can videotape that. And of course it'll be in these hives here. So get that pulled over. Just frame in there. All right, so I'll kind of show you what's going on here. So I'm going to clean this all up and make her all pretty.